Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. In this episode, we're going to be restoring or facelifting this Ford Mustang. I think this one is a 2017, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the fourth car in this Ford DLC. That's the fourth and final car. So I've been able to collect all of them. I'm probably gonna sell one or two, but at this point in time, I think I'm just going to sell one of them. But this one, definitely I am going to keep. But before we restore this thing, I think it's fair that we already take it to a test drive just to see how it performs. It doesn't sound that bad at all. So let's just go to the speed track. Hopefully it produces something really good before restoration here. Let's get it. Okay, we are at the speed track. It's time to find out how well this thing performs. Hopefully everything is in good condition, and we can put out some serious horsepower out of this one. It really doesn't sound that bad at all. Okay, I'm expecting something like 230 here. 230. Let's see what the final is gonna be. We just hit 200. Look at it from the outside here. 230. We surpassed that. 240. 243, 44, 46. I saw a little bit of 246 there, but it wasn't really registered. As you can see, we have a final speed, our top speed of 245 kilometers per hour. Hopefully when we restore this thing, is going to be nothing but a beast. So let's go back to the shop and start working on this thing. Let's get it. Okay, we are back at the shop. I think right now it is time to start working on this thing. It really looks nice and it does look like it's in good condition. Hopefully we can restore pretty much every part that we need out of this one, that we're gonna need to put back, I should say. Hopefully that happens. But with that said, let's just jump right to it. We're gonna send this to our not so famous lifter one, and we're gonna get the engine crane to that direction as well, and we're gonna need the welder as well. So I think with these two things over here, we are ready to raise this thing up, and I'll take out the suspension and I'll strip everything down to the bone, and I'll see you guys in a bit. And yes, I just finished doing work on the bench. I think now it is time that we put this engine together, and you can see I don't have the engine block, but the engine block was 90 something percent. So I don't know why this game decided to throw away my engine block. But anyways, let's get this engine block here real quick. Which one do we want? Is it this one? I think it is this one. Let's just get it and see if this one works. But I think it's the V8J. Okay, let's test it out. V8J, yes, that's the one that we want. That sucks that we have to buy a new engine block for this thing. The engine block was in fine condition, so I don't know why this game will throw away my engine block like that. A little bit of a rough start, but we do have the engine block now, so hopefully everything is flawless from here on. I really don't like spending way too much time on the engine. I I think this is where you spend way too much time trying to find the right balance, and you know trying to do this as quickly as possible. The engine always takes way too much time, especially when you have a lot of parts in stock like I do, and you have to always find the stocks that you want, the parts that you want, I mean. But hopefully this one is gonna go smooth from here on. We don't really have to stop and buy anything. I am so excited to finish up this Mustang and see how well it does. For sure I am going to be keeping this one. Not looking to sell it. I might sell the Mustang GT40. I'm not a fan of that one. I think it was the second episode of the DLC that I did. That one I'm going to be selling for sure, because I don't really fancy that one, to be honest. So hopefully this one will do very very well. I'm positive it's gonna do very well. In the beginning of the episode, we did a test run and we managed to click 245 kilometers per hour on just stock parts alone. So with these parts that I'm putting in here, I mean, if we don't get 300 without tweaking it, then I don't know. We might need to tweak it a little bit more just to get more power onto it, but I think the base alone should help us reach at least 300 on this thing, because it really does have many parts to put into it and improve performance and power, so that shouldn't be a problem in my opinion. So we just finished the bottom. I would say the bottom of the engine takes more time than anything else. We're gonna install the flywheel here. I think I do have all the parts. Yep, I do. And I always have to make sure that I'm putting the right parts where they belong, because I don't want to mess this thing up at all. That's the red one that I want. The clutch pressure plate. Really trying to make this thing as aggressive as it can be. Of course, I need the clutch releasing bearing, but before I do that, let me just get as many parts as I want possible onto this thing, so that we make sure like we're not missing anything. We're gonna put on some really fresh sparks into it. Shouldn't really take us that long to finish this engine, I would think. uh, Basic parts, maybe the only thing that's going to take maybe a little bit of a while is the, why is it I don't have my camshaft GV8J? I thought I got those, so I guess that's one thing we now have to stop and do. So that's a little bit disappointing. I thought I got all the parts that I want, but I'm gonna go shopping in a little bit. Hopefully that will be it that we need to get here. And of course, uh, the pressure plate, the bearing release clutch there, I need that. The clutch release bearing, that's what it's called. So let me just install as many stuff as possible here, so that when I come back after getting the missing parts, we're just finishing off the engine really. I would hate to spend way too much time on it. Gonna get a new alternator on this bad boy, and we do have the water pump pulley, and we need a steering pump. I think, oh, I do have the good one. Can we put this thing on here? Yes, apparently we can. Let's get this bad boy in here. And we're gonna need the throttle, the V8. I thought I got this one as well. Yeah, more shopping to do. More shopping to do. Okay. I know we do have the V8, V8J camshafts. We should have those. If we don't, then I don't know. Okay. Let me get this manifold in here, and I should just go shopping and come back real quick. So let me go do that, and I'll see you guys in a bit. But before I go, let me put this fuel filter in there. I need, what do I need here? The class release bearing, that's what I need, and the 4 camshafts there, that's what I need. Let's get it back again, but unfortunately for the camshafts I have to use regular ones because I don't have the I couldn't get one from the other shop, the ones that I really want. They only have the V8 ones, not the V8J ones. So that's a little bit disappointing there. I thought this engine was going to be suited up with some really good parts. I think these camshafts are going to play a role in terms of how much power we can put out of this thing. Can play a little bit of a role in it, but hopefully it's not going to make much of a difference, and it's gonna allow us to really produce a significant amount of power out of this engine. What am I missing here? Okay, let's get this thing on. Did I get the chain? Of course not. I need 2 timing chain LA. I'm going to need to go shopping once again. Something that I didn't want to do, that's for sure. Like a lot of times. I didn't want to do this a lot of times, so small fish, small fish. Okay, let me get these caps on, and then I'll go back shopping a little bit, and I should be right back. Really, it shouldn't take me that long. I think I only want one thing or something. I'm not sure. I need the timing belts. I need to get that in order for me to finish up this engine quickly. Um, okay. Last but not least, gonna put these bad boys in there. So yeah, let me go get the timing belts, and I'll be okay. Back once again. Hopefully at this time I'm not missing anything. I did try to find the throttle here, but I didn't get the right one that I want. It's not available at the shop. So that's like 1 or 2 things that kind of really disappoint me in terms of these guys are helping you build the most powerful engine that you can pretty much create on this game, because some of the parts you expect to have, they are not at the shop. So that kind of takes away from the fun of the build and the performance after everything is done. So that's a little bit disappointing in terms of that. But other than that, I think this should be a good build. I should say it should be a good build. Hopefully we don't really spend way too much time on this than we should. I think we are on the road to finishing up this thing real quick now. Gonna finish off the front here. And of course we're gonna need another belt here. When did I get the other one? I thought I only got one. But apparently I got way more than I need. I'm going to build another Ford Mustang at some point, but right now I'm just building this one for me to keep and to actually complete the set. Let's get it here. Trying to make sure that I put in the right ones here because I always mess up when it comes to this part. I don't want to mess up on this one. I think this side is done. I didn't really put the bearing in there. Hopefully that's not gonna cause anything. We can close that and come back to this side. Of course we need the engine cover A. I don't know why I have to buy this because everything was in fine condition. I mean, over 50%. You should be able to restore these parts. So this game is pretty much playing around with me at this point. Let me see here. I finished that top there. I think now I just need the engine cover A. Let me go get that. And I think this thing should be done. Okay, I am back from getting this damn thing. Time for me to close up everything here and put in the coil, the ignition coils, and we are done. I would like to think we are done. Because this engine, it surprised me, to be honest. It surprised me with the parts that I'm missing. The parts that I didn't have are the parts that I thought I really restored fully. Seemed like it really didn't even try to restore anything. None of them were at 1%. So yeah, at this point I would like to consider this one done. Let's come back here and put a green on it just to make sure we are not missing anything. I do have the oil filter in there. At this point I think this thing is done, so let's take it out and put it back in there. But before we do that, it's important that we check out everything. Oil dipstick, we don't need that. Oil drain plug, we don't need that. I think it looks good to me. If anything is not in good condition, then smoothish. Anywho, let me raise this thing up once again and we put on the suspension, and when we do come down, we're gonna be putting in the body parts and finishing off in the on the engine bay, and it should go smooth at this point. So if I'm missing anything, it's not because of me, it is because of the game, because I restored every single part that I really need to put back here, and I think I did buy all the parts that I really need to improve the performance of this car, especially when we're talking about the exhaust and all that. So everything should be ready to go here. It's just a matter of putting everything together now. And We are on the green. Let's see here. We need. I did make some. Okay. I need to pay attention and not put in something that is been used before here. I think that's one of the mistakes that I might make here. I think. And I am going to be studying a Real Madrid career mode because somebody asked me to do it. I forgot what the name was, but when I do start that, I am going to give that person the credit. They asked me to do it, so I am going to do it. If you do manage to watch this episode, make sure you let me know what you want to see on that. Um, I'll try and do at least maybe at least 2 seasons of that. Not so sure. It would depend on the time that I have. Um, I'll try and do something big before the World Cup starts. Well, it starts in a couple of days, so yeah, I'm excited about the World Cup. So hopefully, the team that I'm rooting for manages to win that thing. Um, um, for me personally, I would like anybody who likes soccer here. I would like Lionel Messi to win it, but that is not guaranteed comparing to the people he plays with. I think Argentina has let Lionel Messi down a lot of times, so that might be too hard for him, really, to carry Argentina through the qualifications and to manage to win it as well. In my opinion, you should have won it in Brazil, but of course, Higuain has his own plans about that. But hopefully, this time around, Argentina comes through and manages to win the damn thing. But in all honesty, think um, I think Spain has more chance of winning it. I'll pick Spain and Germany to walk away with the thing. So that's the kind of final I'll be expecting. Anything besides that, it should be a surprise. Even though I want Lionel Messi to win it, you know he's a goat, right? Okay. The rear suspension is going to take a little bit of a while to finish, but it shouldn't be that bad. The rear suspension shouldn't be that bad at all. So let's get the back pipes here, the rear mufflers. Okay, we do have the back. Let's put this cross member in there. We're gonna start from the inside here, and then we're gonna finish off with the wheel. Need to pay a little bit attention here because a lot of parts are going into this thing, so it might be very easy to miss something here. Let me put this rear suspension and it's rubber bushing as well. Let's forget those. Let's come back to the back of this one. Need a small rubber bushing there. We need the end link. Let's put this bar on. Upper suspension and the rear suspension A. I don't know, this thing requires a whole lot of stuff to go into it. Hopefully I do have everything that I need here to make sure that we complete this thing at once. The thing I might not have is the fuel pump. That could be a little bit of a problem. And of course, I am keeping the same wheels that I took out of this car just to kind of keep it everything a little bit more original, I should say. I don't think there's any wheels that have the Mustang logo on them in terms of the rims. I said, yeah. Okay, let's put this disc on. We put the brake pads. Can't even speak. Okay. Last but not least, the wheel itself. Look at that horse. I wonder how many horses are going to be on this thing. Okay, let's put the fuel pump. Let's get this fuel pump in there. And then rubber bushing, of course. We don't want to miss these. We're gonna end it with the drive shaft, and not to forget the starter as well. Let's get this bad boy in there. It's coming. I'm surprised that I'm not missing anything so far at the back here. I seem to have all the parts ready, which is what you want really to finish off this project quickly. Okay. Small rubber bushing there. We put this link on the upper. Okay. Put the bottom one. All right. Spring cap. The spring itself. Last but not least, the shock absorber. I think this part is done. Only the wheel is missing. And of course, as you already know, after this part, we should be done assembling this thing. We can now take it down and start putting on the body, and of course we're gonna do a dyno on it. We're gonna do some detailing on it, and then take it for a spin, and then check the price tag. I think I bought this one for 143,000. I don't wanna say the wrong price here, but yeah, if you watched the first part of the episode, you might have seen that part of it. So yeah, we are able to put in a gearbox that we can really tweak around to get the maximum power that we want out of this car. So let's get the last part at the bottom here, the drive shaft, of course. Let's get that. All right, I think we are done at the bottom now. Have a look at this thing. Looks pretty cool, don't it? It looks pretty cool, don't it? Let's come to the front here. Okay. It really doesn't like me that much. Okay, let's bring this thing to the floor completely. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. That way from here we're gonna take it to the paint booth, and yeah, let's install the engine bay stuff. We need the ABS over here. ABS module. Okay, I think if we put the battery on it, of course we're gonna need the air filter. Okay, I think I bought too much of the regular ones. I haven't used these in a long time, so let's put the clips on. Let's put this one in there, and the last one, and then we'll put the radiator and then the battery itself. Of course, we're gonna need the radiator housing with the fans. Now we can put in it the final piece of the puzzle here. That is the battery. I think that looks pretty good, if you ask me. That could be just be the thumbnail for this shit. Let me get that. Get that. Take that. Take that. Alrighty. I think now we are ready to put the body together. Hopefully I do have all the parts. I might not have um the windows. I might not have that. And for the hood, you cannot really custom the hood. That's a bit disappointing. Oh, I do have the fresh lights on this. I do have the fresh lights on this. When did I get these? I don't really remember getting these. I might have done so at some point. Ooh, I do have the windshield there. I probably do have the windows. I just might have all the goddamn windows. That's how it's looking like at this point. Okay. I don't care how I got them. The fact that I do have them is pretty cool. I'm gonna need the tail lights. Let's see on this one. I do have one for this one. I'm just going to need one tail light. A little bit strange how I got all these parts and forgot only one tail light. Okay, let me put back the interior here. Of course, gonna need the steering wheel, and of course the seats themselves that came out of this thing. I did buy new ones. As you can see, these are the two that I took out, and I'm gonna put back something fresh on this one. Yeah, the interior is in fine condition at this point. Let's take that. I'm gonna go get the rear tail light, and then I'm gonna get the plates as well. So hopefully I can get maybe the plates out. I'll get the plates at the end because I don't know what type of color I'm gonna put on this, and I want to make sure that the color that I put on it kind of goes well with the plates as well. So I don't really want to put one color here and one color there. Let me just put the oil in it before I forget. Hopefully I didn't forget anything underneath. I got every single damn thing on this car. Alrighty. Let's close this baby up. Okay, let me go get the tail light and I'll be right back. So yep, I am back to put this left tail light. I think this baby is complete. I'm really disappointed that there's really not many stuff to what do I did I maybe I forgot to take out this fender here. I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me put it back on. Yep, it needs to be restored. So we're gonna jump to the bench here real quick, and I need to restore that. That's it. Let's put it back. It is fresh as hell at this point. I think this thing is ready for paint. Um, let's just take it to paint now. How is it? The factory color is this supposed to be like white or what? Let me look at it here. It's supposed to be white, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Let's check out. Ooh. Now I'm thinking like of a red color. What is this one, like white and black? Uh, come on. A rich red on it. Let's see what will happen if you put a matte. Ooh. Matte is pretty cool. Just want to make sure we got like that deep red into it. I think I like that. I think I like that. Let's change this to, see, this one is white. Uh, I mean, it's not that bad, but the white just shines way too much there, and the blue really doesn't really go well with this. I think I'll just keep it black. I think um, this is a good color combo. Maybe not matte really. Let's put it back to metallic to give it that shine that the Mustang kind of deserves, really. Yeah, I think I'm gonna settle with this color. Let's get it. Alrighty. It really didn't take it that long to paint to find the color for this thing. We're gonna take it to dyno for now. From there, we're gonna find out whether we are missing anything on this car. So have a look at it though. Whoa! Have a look at this beast. That is a beast of a car right there. I don't know. Maybe get a thumbnail in here. I really have no idea. Let's look at it from here. Um, I think this could be a badass thumbnail. Have a look at this shit. Ooh, this thing looks good. This thing looks way too good. I like the shine on it. It looks way too good. Way, way, way too good. But enough of that. Let's get on with what we came here for. We're gonna do the test. So the fact that we are able to do the test here in one shot, that means we have everything in order for this car to run. Okay, I'm thinking at least 70%. We already have 436 horsepower at 6,560 RPM. As you can see down, what did I say? Did I say 70 horsepower? 70%? Something like that. I'm kind of close. Only 71%. Now we do have 747 horsepower at 6,570. The RPM only rose by 10 points, which is not too bad. And at the bottom here, 62%. Uh, well, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, really. Okay, let's take it to our famous door number one as well. Have a look at this grill. Damn, this thing looks too good. I love it. I love it. This car looks way too mean at this point. Have a look at it. The grill looks too good. Look at the plates as well. Look at the color combination as well. I mean, it cannot get any better than that. Let's go inside here and we're gonna take it to the track and see how well this bad boy performs. Let's set it up here. Ooh. Now it sounds a little much more healthier than it did at the beginning of the episode. All the way to the speed track. Okay, we are at the speed track trying to see how much how our top speed is going to be, since now we are sitting on over about 743 horsepower on this thing at 6,570 RPM. So I'm expecting something big on this one, over 300 without tweaking. This is what I'm looking for. Let's get it. Oh. 300. Yes, we actually hit 300 without tweaking. I'm happy with that. 308 kilometers per hour is our top speed. Maybe let's do it from the outside here and really look at it. I mean, the start itself might use a little bit of tweaking, but I am really happy with the outcome of this thing. Look at it. It's a beast. It is a beast of a car. There you go. Whoa. That's not what we want. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Back to the shop and finally see how much this thing is worth. Let's get it. Here we are. We are at the shop after a really good test run. I should stress that. 308 kilometers per hour is our top speed. In the beginning of the episode, we only had 235, if I'm not mistaken, just as a test run. After a little bit of tweaking and, of course, parts upgrade, especially the engine as well, putting in new pistons and all that, we managed to have at least 308 kilometers per hour as our top speed. Now I'm interested to see how much this thing is worth. I think it should be worth over 250. Over 250, I'll be happy. Let's get it. Whoa. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, and that is nothing but money in the bank. $280,717. That's the car value itself, and of course we do have a big restoration bonus of $56,143. So if I manage to sell this one right now, as you can see, I can get $336,860. This one I am not going to sell. This is the type of car that I'm gonna keep for a while and maybe improve parts as the game develops and all that. Maybe we're gonna get some updates that we can do for these cars. uh just checking out everything here. Everything looks to be in fine condition as well. As you can see, global body condition 100%, global parts condition 100%, frame condition 100%, the interior as well 100%. Of course, we had to do a little bit of detailing on that. We are sitting on 746 horsepower at 6,570 rpm. I think this engine is well improved at this point. Really happy with the outcome. This one is going to my parking. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully there's another DLC coming very soon for this game. I'm really actually enjoying playing this game so far. So hopefully you guys like watching these videos as well. I know they're not so great, but what can you do? I'm working with what I have. I don't like really modding games. I just like to use stock things. I don't know. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you drop a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that as well. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.